Dear students, good morning. Hope you are fine. Today's our offline class is about RH grouping. What RH grouping is? Another group of antigens found on the red blood cells of most people is the RH factor. RH stands for rhesus monkey, in which these antigens were first discovered. It was discovered by Landsteiner and Wiener. People who have these antigens are said to be Rh positive, whereas those who do not are called Rh negative. An Rh negative person, if exposed to Rh positive blood, will form specific antibodies against the Rh antigen. Therefore, Rh group should also be matched before transfusions. A special case of Rh incompatibility, that is mismatching, has been observed between the Rh negative blood of a pregnant mother with Rh positive blood of the fetus. The Rh negative mother is not usually exposed to the Rh antigen of the fetus during the first pregnancy, as the fetal and maternal blood are normally kept well separated by the placental barriers. However, at the time of birth of the first child, there is a possibility of exposure of the maternal blood to small amounts of the Rh positive blood from the fetus. In such cases, the mother starts preparing antibodies against Rh antigen in her blood. These antibodies could cross the placental barriers in subsequent pregnancies and cause hemolysis of the Rh positive red blood cells of the fetus. This could be fatal to the fetus or could cause severe anemia and joints to the baby, that is HDN. HDN stands for hemolytic disease of the newborn. This condition is called erythroblastosis fetalis. Erythroblastosis fetalis can be prevented by injecting the Rh negative mother with an antibody preparation, that is anti Rh antibodies against the Rh factor immediately after the birth of each Rh positive baby. Now, coagulation of blood. When you cut your finger or hurt yourself, the wound does not continue to bleed for a long time. It usually stops bleeding after some time as blood exhibits coagulation or clotting in response to an injury or trauma. This is a mechanism to prevent excessive loss of blood from the body. You must have observed a dark reddish brown scum formed at the site of a cut or an injury over a period of time. It is a clot or coagulum formed mainly of a network of threads called fibrins, in which dead and damaged formed elements of blood are trapped. Now, the mechanism of blood coagulation. An injury or trauma stimulates the platelets in blood to release coagulation promoting substances called thromboplastins, which activate the mechanism of coagulation. Tissues at the site of injury also release tissue thromboplastins. Thromboplastins help in the formation of the enzyme complex thrombokinase. This complex is formed by a series of linked enzymic reactions, cascade process involving a number of factors present in the plasma, that is, plasma clotting factors in an inactive state. Thrombokinase converts an inactive protein prothrombin present in the plasma into thrombin. Prothrombin, in presence of thrombokinase and calcium dipositive ions, changes into thrombin. Thrombin is an enzyme which converts soluble fibrinogen of plasma into insoluble fibrin. Calcium dipositive ions are essential for both the activation and action of thrombin. Fibrinogen, in presence of thrombin and calcium dipositive ions, change into fibrin. Fibrins form a network of threads which traps dead and damaged formed elements of blood to form the blood clot or coagulum. The clot seals the wound in the vessel to stop the bleeding. This is called blood clotting. This was about today's offline class. Thanks.